on each side. Small things that work out to balance. This line,
Yeah.
so that's it, and then there's the holes. We have it so, like the wood right here in the center, where all the tools and stuff are on, that creates a pocket underneath the hovercraft. So it's sort of like, if you look at like a donut with a hole punched through, the wood would be what the donut would be, and the donut would be like what we're trying to create around it. So the air is going to want to escape through all those little holes around that circle, causing it to be the pocket, so it makes the air like go all equally around through the rubber onto the ground. So it gives you the, like, it takes away your weight on it, like it makes it glide easier.
It's almost done. There's a couple more things that need to be done.
Yes.
What happens? Is this upside down or right side up?
Yeah, it's upside down.
It's okay. So you have just a certain amount of airspace here.
Yeah.
So this fills up and then the excess blows out the holes.
What it's no, yeah. This is supposed to fill it first to make it up off the ground.
And you need to get the same. You need to get the same amount of fabric.
Well, no, because we
This
have
way, though, yeah?
we have to throw that huge barn fan on here, so we have to have a bigger pocket in the back to.
Oh.
Alright, well this was basically a model of what
We have 3 inches and then 2 inches.
the rubber is supposed to look like. It's supposed to puff up like this, which we just used a piece of wood to form the shape.
So we need Joe's or Joe.
And then,
the whole idea.
since our blower wasn't working yet, we just made a small representation just to try to figure out where we should put the holes in the skirt to create the airflow around in the bottom of the pocket. So we put 3 holes all the same value. Just try to see which one would produce more air in, and also to create the pocket so it would hover better. Because on our original prototype, it didn't hover as good as we wanted it to. So.
Well, with the prototype, it took almost a year and a half. This one's coming together in the last couple of months. So I think that the prototype helps a lot. We learned that the propeller didn't work and that we needed a better motor. And we learned how to put the holes in the skirt. We learned a lot about weight distribution, a lot actually from the prototype.
We're talking about why it wasn't working.
The carburetor didn't suck in fuel from the tank into the cylinder. So I mean that motor is just basically an essential part to the whole thing. I mean that's what makes it hover. I've just done it with the motor, but watching it build it, it's cool because it's a total team effort. And I mean, you just can't really have 1 or 2 people work on it. It's a team effort. And if one person of the team fails, then the whole thing's going to fail. So it's been pretty interesting.
First prototype we made, we crashed it.
Crashed it?
Yeah. We crashed it with some vending machines out in the hallway, and we actually crashed it and knocked the whole fan off the back. Yeah, the one laying down crashed it.
We were going right out in the hallway, and there was a little down ramp, and then so it was going pretty slow, and then somebody decided to give it a shove, and it went zipping right down.
What I hope they get from here is, one is, my goal was to get them to transfer the knowledge that they've learned in other classes and find an application for it. Because so many times you learn math just for math's sake or science for science sake. And I believe in the technology courses, or what used to be called industrial arts. That is a place to explore, to express, to discover those. And based on my own situation, I left school, I graduated, I should say I left school, I graduated, and I was on a construction site, and the carpenter was squaring up the walls using a 3, 4, 5 run triangle. And I sat there saying, hey, you can actually use this stuff for something. because going through school I never got that transfer. And so that's one of my goals, is that they can see that what they're learning in other classes has an application. The other thing, I guess the second thing, if we're just looking at two goals, is that they can do more than they think they can. Because when we started this project, none of them knew how Hovercraft worked. None of them ever expected to be able to build or ride on a Hovercraft. And so, you know, this is one of those achievements that they can look back at in their life and say, well, I did this, so why can't I do this? And, you know, it's more of a method of how do I approach a problem, how do I solve that problem. And just because I fail doesn't mean that, you know, I should quit. I just need to take what I learned and then apply it to another possible solution.